Antonio X actually thinks Wholesome One that the secondary will be a strength on this team. He says, I just saw a guy say that Romeo Finley had a horrible season last year, and he's advising people to go back and watch the tape.
I agree. I agree that Romeo Finley did not have a horrible season and that you do need to go back and watch the film. When you look at how the defense was this latter half of the season, Romeo Finley made a lot of plays the first half of the season. And this was when they were divvying up his reps with his backup, now starter, pencil-in starter, Gilbert Frierson, number 3. If you look back, you see first and second down, Romeo Finley was on the field. Your 2 rundowns where he could play the pass if need be, but he was there as a balanced player. Then the player who came in on 3rd and long, 3rd and medium, more of your pass-happy speed player was your Gilbert Frierson. Now, later on in the season, Gilbert Frierson started to have some mishaps. So they took his snaps down, which means that Finley snaps had to go up. So he was on the field a lot more and got picked on in some coverages and things of that nature. So you look at some of the bigger plays, Romeo Finley did give up some pretty big plays. And our tackling as a university, whatever we're teaching, tackling on the defensive side of the ball seems to be more of this ankle biting, tripping technique as opposed to grabbing the hip with the shoulder, putting the shoulder pad through the hip or putting the shoulder through the rib cage, wrap and roll. We're doing some like clippy stuff, and it looks really bad. It looks really bad. We gotta work on that. I understand you can't go anywhere without your feet, and I've also seen and gone to coaching camps where people do teach the ankle tackling techniques and things of that nature, but unfortunately, it has not worked here. We are pretty bad in tackling percentage. And Romeo Finley was one of those players to where they would do plays in the flats, and he would do what he was being coached to do, and that was go after the ankles, and then the players would step right over him and go down the field for a 6 to 8 yard gain. So it made Finley look pretty bad. But if you watch the film in its totality, Finley did pretty well.
I can't imagine that that's actually being taught. I think that that all of us were taught form tackling, and even with the adjustment to the rules because of the targeting and so forth, even form tackling is still legal and still should be the way.
Mark, listen, man, I've been to some camps with some coaches. I'm not going to say any names because of who I represent as a student assistant GA, but I've gone to some camps and I've heard some things, some people teaching some wild techniques, man. But, you know, there's always a percentage of certain things working for certain people. And when you come from certain coaching trees and you've seen it work, then it's your base and your foundation, or it's something that you heard and it's fancy, it seems cool and new. You know, the 4-2-5 wasn't always a base defense. Now it is. For some people they like it, some people they don't. So it's just one of those things.
Orange and Green Blood joining us in the live chat. Here to support my brother Kane, Wholesome One Holloway, king of the breakdowns. Good stuff from him. We've got a number of people on the line. Want to say hi to everybody. In particular, Jordan Bowman, Nate on the line, Mr. HD.
How y'all doing? Good to see everybody.
47, Anthony, good to see you. Cheryl is always a big Buckeyes fan who supports us on all the live streams. Appreciate Cheryl, and I will get to the other ones as well. We've got a
Cheryl, did you hear my Joey Bosa shout out?
Just a second. What's that, man?
I said I hope Cheryl saw my Joey Bosa impression, my shout out when I was like, I don't know what to do about the virus. The Joey Bosa.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, man, he should have been a Cane. Oh, should have been a Cane. Would you believe Al Golden didn't recruit that guy?
Didn't recruit him.
Oh, listen
didn't even take a shot at him.
Listen to this story.
Okay.
So Al Golden, he had camps early on. And Al Golden literally said he did not think Joey Bosa was going to be a Division I collegiate pass rusher. I'm not over exaggerating. This was on the message boards back in the day, the Facebook groups, and you know, everybody has all these insiders. But when you get the same exact story almost a decade later, over and over about Joey Bosa coming to a Miami camp. And Al Golden watching him do pass rush. They were doing pass pro one-on-ones. And he said he did not think Joey Bosa would be an elite pass rusher at the Division I level.
And let's all understand something. And I want everybody to listen to me clearly, because I'm not taking the leap. I'm just saying, if you would extrapolate Joey Bosa's first season in the NFL, his rookie season, extrapolate that for 10 or 12 years, he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I'm not saying he's going to do that. I'm just saying if he would continue that same pace, the kid was the rookie of the year in the NFL.